Hello. I don't think I have filmed a video in a couple of weeks, maybe even over a month. So I thought, you know what, I'm in the mood today, but the catch is I have to go to work, so I am going to discuss some things that have been on my mind while I do my makeup. I've never done this before. I'm also not like an expert on makeup or anything. I also don't wear much, so we're not gonna judge how I do my makeup, what I put on my face. We're just gonna ignore that. One of the reasons why I haven't been posting any videos is because I haven't been in the best headspace, and I feel like for the past couple of years, whenever I am not in the best headspace, I'll turn on, you know, Instagram stories or Twitter, or I turn on my camera and I just complain. And I've been trying really hard not to do that this year, which resulted in me not posting anything. The other reason is because I'm busy. I work 5 days a week, and this is the first time in my life that I've gotten this heavy load at work. I really like the job. What I don't like about it is how mentally exhausted I am constantly. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't been making, you know, videos, because I get home and I have to prepare for tomorrow's work. It's one of those jobs that I can't really leave at work, so it's like I'm constantly thinking about it. The other reason is also because like I said, I just haven't been in the best mood. But one of the reasons why I think I haven't had the motivation to make videos is also because I haven't been reading. I don't think I've read or finished a single book since I don't know, maybe not October, like September, I think. Yeah, I don't think I've filmed anything. I mean, I don't think I've read or finished a book since September. And I don't know why, because there's so many books that I'm currently in the middle of. I'm using the viewfinder as a mirror. There's so many books that I'm in the middle of, but I just haven't, it's not even time, it's just I can't. I think it goes along with me not being in the best headspace as well. It's like when I'm sitting down to read, I have so much, like, I'm concentrating on the book, but I'm also, you know, like, I'm not using as much of my brain power, I guess. So what am I trying to say? So my brain starts to spiral, and I think I mentioned something like this yesterday on my Instagram stories, or maybe on Facebook or something, and my friend commented, because I was thinking about this, right? People who work a lot, I kind of get why people become so invested in their work. Not to say that there aren't people who are just like actually into their work and actually love their work, but I feel like sometimes well, the way I've been viewing work is I'm gonna put all of my energy in work because there's a lot of other things that are going on in my life that I don't really want to think about. And so if I'm thinking about work, I don't have the brain power to think about anything else. Does that make sense? So, like, I get it. I get why people... Is this broken? And I don't want to go into it, but I think it always happens around this time. My mood gets really low, and my brain starts to spiral. Which is why I think last year I was able to fully commit to my NaNoWriMo project, which is, I guess, is another topic that I wanted to talk about. I was set on participating full on with the whole pantsing and a new draft and everything this month of November, but yeah, I haven't been writing. I don't like this eyebrow pencil, it sucks. Where's my other one? Here's a discussion, actually. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that by now. But here's a discussion question. How do people deal with working on something creative, getting the influence from a personal experience, but not letting it get to you too much that you have trouble creating? Because I have always been someone, I've always been writing for years, but I think I've only ever stuck with 3 complete projects. Not that I've completed them, but I've only ever like stuck with 3 major ideas. The first one was when I was around about 16, 17, 18, 19. So you know, 3 years, 3 or 4 years, and that idea was a horror story. It wasn't a novel, I think it was like a novella, and that was it was a supernatural horror story, and the idea came to me from a nightmare that I kept having, because, fun fact, whenever I'm overly stressed, I get nightmares. And it's always kind of the same nightmare, and I've been getting a lot of those recently, which you know, tells me that I am actually like really stressed out and I need to slow down. But am I going to do that? No, because as soon as I slow down, my brain starts to think all these negative spiraling thoughts, and I don't have the time to be in my downer mood these days because I need to get things done. Anyway, so that idea came from a nightmare, and it took me a while to finally like be able to process it and to like actually work on the story, because I was actually terrified of the nightmare. Like it's a nightmare. It's not like as someone who loves horror movies, you can imagine my nightmare, I guess. And then the second idea that I ever stuck with was the idea that I finally finished last year, the first draft. I haven't finished it, which stemmed from a situation that I had, because if you haven't heard me talking about that story idea, it is all about a toxic friendship. It's all about manipulation, toxic friendships, and friendship breakups, and how painful friendship breakups can be, and how sometimes you may think you are the victim, but you might be the one that's causing all the drama in your life. That seems dark, but yeah, that was my story, and it stemmed out of the situation that I had. Oh shoot. Stemmed out of a situation that I had when I was at university, and it took me a good 4 or 5 years to finally be able to sit down and write it all out, because what I've noticed about myself is that I am very slow at processing my own emotions, and I've always used writing as an outlet, so it gets a bit hard when I want to make it into something that is not straight up diary entry and something that is more abstract, I guess. But the thing is, before I make it abstract, I have to write out all of my emotions. I think that's how, well, I don't know how other writers process what they're writing, but that's how I've always worked on my art. And I think that's why I love poetry so much, is because poetry is like word vomit to me. Everyone always talks about getting their inspiration from real life, but how much of their real life should you put in your own art, and how much of it affects you when you're writing it? Which brings me to the project that I'm writing now. I'm writing a romance. I've never written a romance before, and I don't know how to write it, but the idea came from something that I have actually experienced, and I don't want to go too into it, because that's what I've been trying to say in this whole video, is because I think the reason why I'm having so much trouble writing it is because I'm still processing it, because it only happened this year. And the story that I'm writing, the fictional parts that I'm writing, I want it to be happy, but obviously the experience that I had was not very happy. So I don't know how long, because I get impatient sometimes, you know, like I get very like, I just want to write it out. And the thing with novels is like you have to be patient, because it takes a lot, and you have to write a lot of words, and you have to sit there and stare at your laptop for ages, and you have to be okay with that, because that is part of the process, I guess. So I think that's what I've realized why I haven't been writing, is because I'm still too close to the idea, because it's very new. But like I don't want to wait, you know? Like I wish I was someone who, like, I get frustrated with myself sometimes, because I'm like, why can't you just process things straight away and then get over it? And I can't, and it bugs me. And I think one of the reasons why I don't process things very well, or it takes me a really long time to do it, is because I have a tendency, and I don't even know that I'm doing it at this point, because I've done it for so long, but I have a tendency to just push all of my emotions down so I don't feel them until they get a little too much, that they overfill, and then I start crying. So that's what I've been going through, which is a lot of fun. That's okay. Well, I don't know if I like my eyeliner and stuff, but who cares? I mean, I have some good stuff too. I need to focus on the good stuff as well, right? Because otherwise I just get sad. So I am planning, I don't know if it's gonna happen yet, I'm actually planning to do a postgrad next year. I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know if I should do it, because I haven't been studying. I haven't been in school for like 3 years, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. The other thing that I've been thinking about is if I do decide to study, I'm probably just gonna do it part-time, because I need to work, because if I end up studying, I need to move closer to where I'll be studying, which means that I need to pay for rent that might be more expensive. I need to figure all that out by next year, by the start of next year. And I don't know which one needs to come first, because at the moment I'm feeling like everything just needs to happen straight away. Because fun fact, once you get into your mid to late 20s, everything becomes so urgent, and you feel like you need to do everything all at once, which is a lot of fun, so I recommend never aging. Anyway, I just wanted to like sit down and like do an update, and I kind of just wanted to talk about everything that's been going on in my head, but I didn't want to do it in like a I'm gonna cry in my floor and turn on the camera with tears running down my face kind of things, because I wanted it to be more factual and hopeful. Was this hopeful? I'm feeling a lot. Nah, I'm alright. I have to go to work anyway, so I don't have time to feel. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little ramble. Let me know what you're doing for NaNoWriMo down in the comments below, because I am interested. And if you are doing vlogs, link me to them, maybe on my Twitter or something, because I know you can't link stuff on YouTube. So link me on my Twitter, because I want to watch all of them. And yeah, I hope you're having a great day, and you will see me in another video soon.